Member from London South, London West.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Advanced Education and Skills Development. Speaker, not only are college students being forced to choose between dropping out or cramming 5 weeks of learning into 2, or missing significant amounts of content, not only are they trying to deal with a financial burden that in many cases exceeds the $500 hardship fund, but their career plans may also be in jeopardy. We are learning that paralegal students planning to write their entrance exam with the Law Society won't be finished in time for the February exam sitting because of the extended semester, putting these students behind by at least 6 months. Given the fact that this Liberal government sat on the sidelines for 5 weeks and did nothing to help prevent or resolve the strike, is the minister working on a solution for these paralegal students?
Minister of Advanced Education and Skills Development.
Speaker, just for context here, that was the party that blocked the end to the strike, Speaker. Time and time again, they refused to support legislation that would get students back into the classroom. So now they're concerned about the impact of the strike. If they had been in charge, Speaker, the strike would still be going on. So colleges are working very, very hard to make sure that students do have the
We were doing so well. There are some comments coming from somebody that's even giving the answer, as well as those that have asked. Bring it down. Finish, please.
So, Speaker, colleges are working very hard to make sure that students are able to successfully complete.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, it's not just students preparing to enter a paralegal career. There are many college programs that require co-op or practice hours for students to enter their profession. Students learning to become electricians could have missed their co-ops. Allied health students and nursing students could have missed their clinical placements. Speaker, does the minister have a plan to work with colleges to ensure that students have the necessary co-op or practice hours and any other requirements they need to write the scheduled certification exams?
Thank you. Minister.
Speaker, I really would have loved to have heard those kinds of arguments being made when we were trying to get students back to college, and the NDP were blocking that. Speaker, this new concern for students is refreshing, but I do think actions speak louder than words. And when they had an opportunity to act, to get students back, they actually blocked that, Speaker. We've been working very closely with students throughout the strike.
One more stand. We'll go into warnings. Thank you.
We have been working with students throughout the strike and following the strike to make sure that we can be there to offer as much support as possible to get students back on track, Speaker.
Thank you. Final supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. I wish the minister would put as much energy into supporting students as to spinning her responses. Speaker, this Liberal government needs to admit its role in this mess. Both their decision to sit on the sidelines during the strike and 14 years of Liberal budgets that left Ontario colleges funded lower on a per-student basis than any other Canadian province or territory. With news today of a 91% strike mandate from contract academic staff at the University of Toronto who are concerned about the same issues as college faculty, U of T students could soon be suffering too. Will this minister finally take responsibility to address the precarious situation of contract college and university faculty and come up with a plan to prevent U of T students from missing classes?
Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Minister.
Speaker, let's listen to what college students have actually said. As I said, we've worked closely with students and student groups. The College Student Alliance says, and I'm quoting, CSA is pleased the Student Support Fund, advocated for by CSA, is an option for students to receive some financial compensation due to the strike. We are relieved the ministry has ensured funding is there for students who need it most. Speaker, when it comes to advice, I'm listening to students, Speaker. Let's hear what else they have to say. Again from the CSA. CSA has worked on details for the Student Hardship Fund with the ministry since the fund was announced last week. CSA has also asked for the ministry to allow students who choose to withdraw to have the ability to do so. These students should receive a full tuition refund and no implications on their transcripts. So, Speaker, students advocated for a hardship fund. We developed it. Students asked for the option of a tuition refund. We provided that option. Students wanted assurances there would be no academic penalty, and we would ensure there'd be no academic.